Hello ladies and gentlemen, SC2 Starcraft, and some more games from the Team Story Cup. We got Dayshi versus TLO. Liquid Man himself up here. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, and I think I'm just going to go into... Let's go into Dayshi's point of view and take a look at stuff while we're getting the game underway. I'll leave the production tab open in case anything super crazy does come up. Now, I was thinking there, I was just watching a funny game on Twitch. This guy decided to go really troll and tried to do a SEV steal as Zerg and then build a base, and then the Terran player just came out and just kicked his ass. And I was thinking about how it's so easy to try to look really cool on ladder playing games and then to fail super hard at it. I don't know if anybody else has tried that. I remember one time I went for a proxy battlecruiser rush on this map as well, by the way. Essentially I built a starport right on the mineral patch to the right of where we're looking right now. And the guy blind countered me with making mass marines against my two battlecruisers, so I just end up losing horribly at the end of that game. I remember thinking how sad that was, that I had this great strategy, nobody ever does this, nobody will ever think about this, and then just getting completely rolled right over top of. And so when I was actually looking at some different games people have played against me where they've done these style of games, you'll notice it by looking at their style, what they have going on their base. I did a 2v2 recently with a friend, and they tried to go, there was a Terran and a Terran on the same team, and they tried to go for super fast ghost nuke rush, and I ended up proxying a starport and running in Hellions and a Banshee and just winning the game because they had one ghost out by the time I was able to have 4 Hellions in place. It's just so funny how cool sometimes people can think they are, and how just playing straight up can beat that. For instance, if you're playing Zerg against like a proxy to gateway, if you can make like 6 Zerglings and just run into his base and defend well enough, you just kill it, and it looks really funny to be able to have that kind of win when people are so sure they've got a great strategy. It's been happening to me a bit more lately, mostly because I'm trying to start playing more standard now. As we see, right, Dayshi's using his Reapers to scout out the map. And you gonna be able to get a drone? Nope, got down the extractor first. No, he got one. I was playing just more standard recently, so I'm trying to go like 1 racks expand. The problem is, if I start going up against somebody else that's doing 1 racks expand, they're just better at it than I am at this point. We'll go back to everybody's view because now it seems like more is happening. And because other people are doing that and they have more experience, they just end up building more shit than me and killing me. A Terran versus Terran I was playing on ladder, I think yesterday. The guy just went 2 base and then mass Marauder Marine. No extra tech, just build up as big of an army as he could, and I went for a fancy drop after my expansion, and I didn't have tanks or widow mines. My drop did tons of damage, but then he just took out his army, walked over and killed me, and then I was sad. And then I played another game and rolled over some noobs, and I felt much better about myself. It's great how StarCraft can balance it. Well, we see 3 Reapers out now for Dayshi. There are some Zerglings here that will help. Oh shoot, I thought there was a 4th one. There's some Zerglings to help fend that back, but these guys will be able to control the map for quite a while. Speed's just started for TLO. He wanted to really drone up heavy. Look at the units wise, yeah, he does have a really good lead. The problem is, if he doesn't have that speed, at least he's got a creep tumor to help his base. Because he doesn't have speed, it's going to be really tough for him to actually hold this off well. This queen's pretty beat up. I'm going to try and protect that creep tumor. These guys go back to the watchtower, and in about 20 seconds he'll be back up to full health again. Because that's balanced. I shouldn't complain. Oh, nice 3 command center. Smart move with this kind of contain that he has. TLO did sneak out a 3rd hatch, which I'm pretty sure that Dayshi has not seen. He's going for this really new school Reaper Hellion push at the front. I like it a bit. I think I'm going to start doing this a bit against Zerg players. It works so good against early stage Zerg units, Looks like he lost 2 Reapers in that though, getting a little bit too out of control. Must have got a transfuse off on a Queen or a second one out. 4 Hellions now, and he's going to move into Widow Mines. He's got the map control he wants. I am surprised he has not come down here to check out that 3rd base yet. It's really funny if you're slick as a Terran player. The speed's finished, so it looks like TLO is going to do a great job cleaning this up. As a Terran player, if you see a creep tumor that's in front of a building like that, you can shoot obviously to the building and kill the creep tumor. Dayshi got a little overconfident and ended up losing all of his Hellions and all of his Reapers. Now it's going to be a while before he can get out a 3rd. And these mines, if TLO is smart, should be able to circumvent. Because that's all right now that Dayshi really has out for defense. Running in the Overlord. Uh-oh. Oh, that was a good shot. It took out the Overlord and... Oh! Nice split by TLO there. That was fantastic. Oh, go for it. Go for it. Trigger the Widow Mine. Nice hit. You see, TLO is purposely trying to pull off those Widow Mines. God. I have not seen too many Terran players do that where they overcommit on Widow Mines and use them solely as defense. At this stage of the game, they're getting so easy to circumvent. I've been watching a lot of TLO games. He's getting really smart at being able to do that. Units-wise, you know, the Terran players caught up pretty good because of the triple command center, obviously. If we look at the workers killed, 7 workers killed. It's not insurmountable. That's still a pretty good number from TLO, considering the amount of damage he did. Not too sure if he's going to move out too far with this, or just scatter them all over the place for vision. If somebody is going mines, it's sometimes worthwhile to put a Spore and a Spine at your base. That way you still have vision of mines. If he runs behind this base with 3 mines, it'll be a while before TLO can take care of it. Just some Lings over right now, not much of an army for TLO. He does see this, obviously, and he's going to get supply blocked again from the looks of it. He's just going to spread these out, give himself good vision, good control of the area. I think that's quite wise to do. Spire on the way for TLO. Booyakasha. Spore Crawler is down, so they should be able to get this 1 mine. Uh-oh. Jukin. He's jukin. See the run past? Oh. Dayshi got pretty lucky that one of those mines ended up hitting the Overseer. Ooh, Roach is out now too. Looks like TLO is going to clean this up. Lost a couple of Roaches, but once again, this is Dayshi sacrificing all of his map control. Does have a mine up here protecting this base. I think TLO knows that that's the case. Oh no, don't lose everything. Good split, only lost 3 there. And he's going to be able to take out that mine. I think that was a fine trade. TLO is probably going to patrol around now for the next little bit. It's an orbital down here as well from Dayshi. I think he realizes he's behind, so he is going to push out for this. TLO sees it, obviously. Looks like he's going to clean up even more Widow Mines. Lots of Hellbats out. He should be able to hold this 3rd base. Does he have a Thor out already? He does. Great production from Dayshi behind this. Taking a huge supply lead because of that. 20 workers or some crap? Oh man. If the pressure doesn't come from the Terran soon, I'm not too sure what he's going to do. Units wise, when those things pop, he's up to what? 86 workers? That should probably be all the workers we're going to see from TLO for a while. Now I'm expecting a tech up. He does have some scattered missile turrets. I don't see... View does. What? No. Mouse. Those guys might just be going for vision or to poop creep. We'll see. If we look at the income side of things, I mean, it's pretty even because the Terran's got those mules going at the same time, even though he's down quite a bit of workers. Moving into swarm hosts, I think that could work. The problem with swarm hosts, they take so long to get out that you sacrifice a lot of map position right now. And see that TLO is already pulling all of his... Oh, no. Oh, no. TLO already knows they're dead. See, that's the problem. It takes you so long to be able to get out your swarm hosts and to get them moving. It's nice to have the high impact payload going on those, do a bit more damage. This base is going to go down. So TLO really sacrificed a lot of the lead he just gained. And with all these tanks out here, with +1, I think Dayshi should be in a fine position. Looks like a big flank coming in right now. Oh, is he going to run by? He is. Are there mines in place? There aren't any. These are 2 +2 defense. Looks like he's just going to pull back rather than fight. I don't know about this TLO. Go for the guaranteed damage. That's nice to take out the sensor tower. That's expensive. Just doing what damage you can. On this side of things, looks like Dayshi wants to push in against these swarm hosts. He's got to burrow them all. There's not very many here yet. Once again, it takes so long to scale swarm hosts that he's going to end up losing a bunch of these just trying to push for this. Good fungal to slow things down a bit, but I think TLO is going to be in a world of hurt here. The locusts are doing a lot of damage. There isn't a scan down, but there's 4 swarm hosts left in the back. Put his hive down there. Well, I know it's the extra hit points, which is sometimes valuable, but it's pretty possible to lose this base. Oh. Oh yeah, there are broodlords in here. Well, he's going for the sick late game composition, but his economy now isn't in the position to be able to support that. Looks like the roaches did run by, get a little bit of damage done. If we look at workers killed, I mean, TLO did get a few more. He should be able to pick off a few of these. Would have think it'd been worthwhile to maybe try to pick off a few, but with the tanks in tow, that would have been pretty tough. Now that TLO does have these spacing units, the swarm hosts and the broodlords, I would expect him to maybe even get a 5th base here pretty soon. Good amount of tanks, should be able to deflect locusts pretty well. Few zerglings gonna run in, see if they can do some damage at the same time. They're on hold position. The Hellbat in the middle line should take care of those without too much problem. Enduring Locust is finished, so these guys will last quite a while. Getting in quite a bit of damage still on units. None of the tanks are sieged up. Lots of Vikings out now. Well, no, not lots. I think he's only got a handful. Not many Corruptors either. Just piling on more Swarm Hosts. I think TLO wanted to pump out a few Broodlords just to get the tech switch out of the Terran. Do a little bit more ranging. I don't think he can afford to really support both, particularly with upgrades, right? Good hits. Oh man, look at those Swarm Hosts go down. They were way too close to the tanks. A lot of these units will go down. But regardless, that I think was a much better turnout for Dayshi at this point. Ugh. Lost a lot of tanks there. Better control your units. Swarm hosts are so awkward. It's so easy to screw them up. Vikings versus Corruptors. Corruptors generally should do better, but he just doesn't have the economy to support them. So look, Dayshi's actually got even a little bit of a bank. TLO doesn't. This base got denied again. Doesn't have another fourth. Like I said, this one would be a good fourth to take, I think, because he's controlling this lane so well. Or was, at least. Well, now he's got enough Corruptors out to deal with it. Well, change the plan of attack. He could probably run in with those Zerglings as well. It's difficult to want to risk that. You need those Zerglings to be able to help. This is still in high impact payload, so it won't do good against the clumped up units. I'm surprised he hasn't switched back yet. Well, these Vikings, they're +1 in attack. Don't go too far there, TLO. There you go. Swarm hosts, they're finally going to rally their locusts. Roaches, I don't know if you need to be a part of this fight. Going for that 4th. Still nothing over here. Automaton keeping it company though. Locusts are getting cut down by the tanks. Not very many tanks left. He did lose a lot, but he's safely expanding behind this and getting more command centers. So Dayshi is much more prepared for the late game. I've seen this happen from TLO a few times. Oh, it looks like there was a mine or so over here somewhere. There's the mine. Let's look at workers killed. I don't think you got any workers with that. Sometimes you just hit a Congo line of workers and you luck out. I don't think these locusts are even getting anywhere near their targets. Oh, they're rallied not even to their targets, so that's not going to help him very much. Chitinous plating. Well, he wants to go into... I don't know about this switch. Tech switches are really awesome for a Zerg player, but if you're not really ahead in economy, you can't really afford to do these kind of tech switches. For instance, like a Mutalisk tech switch would be fantastic right now. There's no missile turrets up anywhere except for some in the main. A couple of Vikings, 1 or 2 Thors. Not getting anything done. This could be slick. He's gonna wait for the next round to launch. Let's see if he drops on top of there or not. Or maybe he's just gonna go for the other bases. Once again, I love Zerg tech switches. I just don't think that he's actually got the units in here. He's using all the SCVs to repair. Really clever. Vikings are going to take air control without problem. And the Terran's just going to walk over this army. TLO is happily going to run away. But yeah, you've got to drop your locusts and then run away. He's going to lose all these guys regardless. Looks like he is going to try to pick up and run. Let's see if he manages to get out of there or not. The roaches mixed with the locusts do kill off most of the Hellbats, but this Terran army is still perfectly fine behind this. Lots of Vikings. Air control is going to the Zerg player. No problem. Locusts are going to fall back, drop another line, and then push out again. Get out of there. Over. God, I hate that sound. Looks like there's a nice Hellbat drop. 7 kills. Just the one? No, there's 2. 7 kills and... I might keep hitting the same guy. 4 kills. Okay, that makes sense. It looks like the Ultralisks did go for a flank, but with all the Thors here, they're getting on top pretty good. They're not getting great surface area on these units. GG's out. I like TLO's playstyle, but those tech switches, he didn't invest enough in any one tech to be effective. He only had like 8 swarm hosts, not enough to break lines. 2 broodlords, not enough to help, and then the Viking switch just owned him. 3 or 4 Ultralisks isn't gonna bust this really well upgraded mech army. So I'm not a super huge fan of that play out of there. But anyways, great play by Dayshi. I think he had a really great strategy going into this, even though all of his early game attacks got deflected. Really great late game transition. Tons of command centers. Why not? You got the money. Alright, we're moving on to some more Home Story Cup action here really soon. Team Story Cup. And we'll talk to you guys really soon.